Hello everyone, my name is Mariam and welcome to tutorial 9 of Cricut Design Space tutorials. We almost covered all the basics in the last 8 tutorials and we are ready to start designing. I actually today going to make a beautiful 3D SVG layers with you and show you how I did this nice guitar. It can be a beautiful gift to someone. You can put the layers make them from cardstock and you can put it in a shadow box and you can add whatever text from vinyl on the glass of the shadow box. So before we started designing these 3D SVG layers, I would like just to explain one thing about the right panel. We haven't covered much in the last tutorials, or we did talk about it briefly, but honestly, we haven't concentrated about the difference really between group, ungroup, and slice, attach, and the contour. So today, I'm going to explain for you how we um, we do all of these. So I will put this one aside for now. And what we are going to do first, we are going to get the layer of the guitar. So I got it from Cricut Design Space. So any similar design to the one I had on the screen, you can search a mandala or you can search Zentangle. So here in search all images, if we write Zentangle, you will find very nice designs. And I selected the guitar one, which I'm going to do it with you today in the tutorial. See, there are a lot of beautiful designs. Um, I believe I selected a different one in the tutorial, but we can use this one for today. And then you simply click Add to Canvas. And when you get this one, you start building layers to make other colors. So basically, if you think about it, if you have several layers in the shadow box, the top layer generally is like this one, is very intricate and has all the cuts. But now, if I put another layer behind it, I want to think if, let's say, I'm going to select blue color, then what areas in this guitar I want the blue to show up. So before we do that, let's do duplication first. So you click duplicate here on the right top. And then I'm going to select a different color for the other one. Let's say we are going to do lighter blue first. Now, if we select both of them and the center to put them on the top of each other to try to imagine how the end point for the shadow box will look like, simply I'm going to select both of them by left click and drag. And then on the top here, align and then center. You only will be able to see one color because they are exactly the same. So they are sitting on the top of each other and there is none of them can show the color. Now let me select the black one and left click and drag to make the black one on the top layer. So the black will be layer number 1 and the light blue will be layer number 2. Now what I'm gonna do, I am going to select the light blue one and then press contour, which is at the right bottom here of the layers panel. And simply what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on some of the areas in the guitar to fill in. And with this way, when I put the two layers above each other, it's gonna show the blue through the first black layer. So let's see what I mean. So maybe I want the light blue to show in this square. So simply whatever layer you want to fill in those holes, you just simply click on it. You can click on it from this area, or You can drag here and click on it from that one. But to be honest, sometimes it's difficult to know which is which, especially with that very intricate design, like how easy to know that this one, which circle is going to be here. So you can zoom in, and that may be easier a little bit to be able to select the right one. So when you zoom in, you may find a little bit of glitching happen with Cricut Design Space. So be patient when you zoom in. It takes some time to upload properly. So I'm gonna click on that one, click on that one, click on that one, click on that one. To speed the tutorial, I'm not gonna do it for every single layer. I really would like the light blue, but I'm going to give you example. So simply you keep selecting the layers you want to show the light blue from the first layer. You never can make it very accurate until you click here on X to see how it looks like. So see all that area which is filled in, that's the actually the one we clicked on. And now if I put the black over the top of the blue, selecting both of them again, align and center, you can see now the blue is showing. Now, if we think about it, now we need the third layer to be a different color and choose from the other different holes. So what we are going to do, we drag the black one away again. So remember the black one is layer number 1, the light blue is layer number 2. Now I want to do layer number 3. So you select the layer number 2, which is the light blue in our case, make duplication, and then we drag it to the left. We change the color for that layer. Let's say we make it dark blue a bit, medium blue. And then we select that one and we click contour. And then we start filling other areas. Again, it takes a few seconds to upload properly. I'm going to click randomly here, some of them, to save your time. Of course, you can do as many layers as you can. Maybe I'm going to use in this tutorial example for 4 layers, and then X and C. So it's a lot more has been filled. Now, if I am going to select all of them again, and then align, and then center, but I'm going to drag the black one to be on the top and light blue to be the second one. Now we can see more details. So it's a beautiful so far. Now maybe I'm going to add a fourth layer here. So we select the third layer, which is the medium blue. We do the same what we did. So duplicate. We put it aside. We change the color to be a darker one. And then contour. And then you can fill in again. Any layer do we did contour, you can come back selected and do contour, and you can add more details. So whatever I click on, it gets filled with the color. Okay, so randomly I selected some, I click X, and here we go, more details has been filled. So let's select all of them and see how far they look like. So the 4 layers, align, and center. Amazing, but I love the black one to be on the top, lighter blue second, medium blue third, and the bit darker one at the end. Okay, then I will add one more layer. So from the right panel, I'm going to select the fourth layer, which is the darkest color we selected. I'm going to do duplicate. I'm going to grab that one, and I will make it the last layer. So everything will be filled in. So number 1, I will change the color to navy, the darkest navy as possible. Yep, and then contour. And because I need to fill in all the holes to make it all navy as one piece of cardstock, simply what I need to do, come down here and see hide all contour. I'm going to click on it and then click X. That will fill it all. Okay. Now let's select the 5 layers, align and center. All right, so I wanted the black one, light blue, medium blue, dark blue, and the navy. Maybe I'll change the navy one to a different color to brighten it a bit. Maybe, yeah, that looks better. Okay, now we did 5 layers together. Now the question is, how can we attach them together? The first intricate layer, you need to use adhesive spray to the second layer. Between the second, third, and all the following layers, you can use the little foam square. You can buy it from your craft supplier shops, and you can cut it into small pieces and add them between the layers. That is really cool because it gives us a 3D effect. And then simply you place the cardstock um, inside your shadow box. So remember, your design shouldn't exceed 29.12 centimeter or 11.5 inches. So now I will keep them together. So while all selected, either you do it from the screen or as you remember, you can do it from the right panel by selecting one of them. And while holding the shift key on your keyboard, select all the other layers, you do group. At any time you want to do any changes, you select them again and ungroup, which is here on the top right. So now let's talk about the difference between group and ungroup and all of that. So group, it's like a paper bag. It keeps all your objects in one place on your screen. If you wanted to press make it right now, so I'm going to hide this one first. All right, so now they are together on the screen. If we click make it now, they will not be on the same mat because they have number one different colors and I haven't clicked attach. So as you can see on make it a screen, there is one layer black, light blue, and all the colors. Now, what about if I would like them to be together on the same mat? That means they will have the same color. So if I select them all and click attach, they will be all changed to the same color. And now if I click make it, they will be all cut with one color and together as one thing. So that is a difference between group and attach. Group is keeping things in the same place on your canvas just to give us the advantage to resize it together, to do rotation together, or to move them together on the canvas without losing the alignment. But once you are done, when you click make it, this function as if it doesn't exist, as if you didn't group them at all. All right, now what is the welding? Welding, if let's say I have a nice heart shape and I would like to create a new shape by making melting for both of them and creating one new shape. So let's say I have a heart here and I click duplicate on the top right. I make another heart. Now, while they are together here, if I click make it, they will not be together, right? As we noticed with the guitar shape, if you go down here, they have been separated, even though on the canvas they are close to each other. To keep them close to each other on the mat, I'm going to select both of them and click attach at the right bottom here. Now they will stay together. So if we click make it and we scroll down, you'll find them exactly where you had it on the canvas. So attach, it's like a paper clip, keeping things together on the mat, and it will be the same how you find it on the canvas. All right, can we de-attach them again to separate them? Yes, you can. Because I haven't saved my project yet, I can do undo, of course. Or you can select them both and you click de-attach, which is here at the right bottom. Now they are separated. If I go to make it, I will not find them close to each other anymore. So let's see to double check. Yep, they are not. All right, perfect. Now, how can I know my project is actually saved or not? You see the asterisk on the very top? If you see an asterisk, you know that you did changes to your project and it hasn't been saved yet. If I click Save Now, the asterisk will be disappeared. All right, and says my project has been successfully saved. All right, awesome, no more asterisks. All right, then what is weld? If I have these two projects and I want to melt them as if I'm melting iron, I want to glue them together, I'm going to click weld, but I'm actually going to zoom in, so I want you to notice what's happening. See here the line between the two hearts? Once I click welding, that line will disappear. I'll just make them aligned first nicely, vertically. And then I'm going to select both of them and weld. See, the line in the middle is going to be separated, and that's going to be creating a new shape. So it's like glue. Now, can I unweld? There is no button here saying unweld. So group, there is ungroup. The attach, there is the attach. But the unwelding, the only way to unweld again is clicking undo because my project hasn't been saved yet. So I will click undo and now they are separated again. But if I weld and save my project, I can't unweld again. So be sure you only do the weld when you are finalizing your design. Okay, now what is the advantage of group, weld, attach when you do a font? So today I selected a very nice font to show you example what I mean. I selected Samantha Upright Script. I got this nice font from Creative Fabrica. I will attach you the link to the description of the video. With this type of font, it has beautiful flourish and swoosh, and I did tutorial especially for how to install fonts and how to use the glyphs and how to get this nice look. So character map UWP, that's the one we installed together. So please check tutorial 2 for all the steps to do. And it is an amazing font, I have to mention, possibly the best font I ever purchased. It has a lot of swoosh and glyphs for every single letter. Um, it's incredible. And as you can see here, it makes a really special text. So with that text, if I ungroup, I'm going to select a different light color for the text so you can see what I mean. So when we make this text bigger, all right, so I did ungroup for the text. Now each letter, as you can see on the right panel, is separate. I can move any of the letters up or down to do any changes. Right, now if we click Make It, simply I will find each letter separate. Even though I had the word Happy New Year, the whole text were together on the canvas. Why? Because simply we have to make them attach together. But before we do that, I'm going to select my whole text and weld first, and the weld will do the attachment directly. And what is the weld going to do? It's going to make the line between each two letters disappearing. See, there is no more line again between the letters. They will be cut nicely as one text. So when you use a transfer tape to remove the vinyl and attach it to your blank, it's simply going to be one thing. Now I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so it will be compatible with the machine, with the size. Let's try. So click Make It. Should be all one text in one spot. Exactly, perfect. Okay, last thing we need to cover in this tutorial is slice. And also there is one more thing I need to mention about the contour. I am going to select one of the designs I made in Inkscape. If I, for example, need to have this design, but I decided for any reason to make a couple of the petals disappear, and I want to avoid some of the petals, it's simply if you click on some of them and you click X, they are going to disappear. So why this didn't happen in the guitar? Because the petals are separated. So when I click on any of the petal, I make it out of the design completely. So the contour is either filling in parts in the design to be able to change the color, or either make some parts disappearing completely. Let's say you have a nice design and it comes with a text you don't want it. You can get rid of that text. Okay, perfect. Now, what about the slicing? That's the last thing to mention in this tutorial. So we covered group, ungroup, attach, weld, and contour. The slicing is like a cookie cutter or the craft stamp cutter. So basically, if I have, I'm going to select a couple of shapes to show you this easy example. I'm going to select the heart again, a nice star, and let's select light purple. Now, if I want to align them first in the center, selecting both of them and from the top panel, align center, but then I want the star to be cut from the heart. So imagine I'm going to put here a cookie cutter on the top. So select both of them and slice. Be sure before you click slice that rule number one, you have to have two objects maximum. Rule number two, your objects shouldn't have attached or grouped. So you need to deattach or ungroup first before you slice. Now, there is no grouping, there is no attaching for these two objects. I selected only two objects. Perfect. Then I'm ready to go. I click slice. So now watch what's going to happen here. Instead of just a heart and a star, extra shapes will appear here on the right panel. So I have to remove the actual cookie cutter. I have to remove the dough. And I ended up with the final shape, which is a star sliced from the heart. And that is the slicing. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you and you managed by now to differentiate between what's the difference between group, attach, and slice, and what is a welding. And I hope you can do a nice 3D layers. And please comment below, show me your work. And if you get any question about how to do a nice 3D SVG layers, please let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for watching and see you in next tutorial.